Hi there. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting concept, and for me, during my 20s, this was super difficult. So maybe you are going to something like this, and if you are in your 20s, well, welcome to your 30s, because this is the way I am at life now. So imagine that you have, along the day, this is very simple. All of us have 24 hours, right? 24 hours. Yeah, is it clear? Yeah, it's fine. So along the day we have these 24 hours and this is time. Okay. So now the question is like, how many things do you have in your life? Okay. Because if you have four things, right? And this is 100% of your energy. If you have, okay, let's go. Let's start on five. If you have five things, what happens here is like you need to distribute this 100% into by 5, which is 20, right? So then you have 5 things at 20%. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what happens when you have 5 things in your life. But if you have 4 things, and we can change the color, we are going to change colors today. So if you have 4 things in your life, I'm going to use the red for this. So if you have 4 things in your life, then you have 25%, okay, on each of these things. So this is 20, so 25, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. And now what happens if you have 3 things, 3 focuses, 3 focus on your life? So if you have 3, then you have 33% for each of the things, right? So 3. And if this is 20 and this is 25, so then we can assume that 33, well, this should be divided by 3, so it's somewhere here. And look what happens now, guys. Like, how much progress are you making in each of these projects compared to the previous, just because you are eliminating and you are subtracting things from your life? And I'm pretty sure that most of you already know where am I going, because if you have 2 things in your life, now we are on half of it, right? 1 and 2, because now you have 50% for each of these projects. Wow. And guess what? Who knows this already? That if you only have one thing in your life, one single focus in your life, you double this. Like from 50, you go to 100. So, and this is the marker that doesn't paint anymore. Let's take another color. There you go. This is what happens when you only have one single thing in your life. Like, imagine guys, like, and I'm not telling you to eliminate everything from your life, because we all need different variety of things in our life. Like, we need to meet with people, we need friends, many times we need hobbies, we need to take our mind outside from time to time. But at the moment, I'm going through something that is a phase of elimination, which is also called a season of no. Season of no. And this is a concept that I learned from Hormozy, which is the guy of this cup. And he speaks about taking out opportunities and different, like, people that is not supporting your goals, habits that are not supporting your goals, just to focus exclusively on one single thing. Because what happens when you are doing 5 things, when you have several group of friends, when you have several hobbies, when you have several habits that are not supporting your vision and your mission and your dream, you are basically subtracting energy from the thing that you really want. And the important thing here is, like, obviously, you need clarity on what is that thing. And the other concept is you need to find a vehicle that compounds. What does this mean? Like, if you go really high on this, the other projects might benefit so much from it. And this can be as simple as, if you are doing something that requires earning money, like if you have 2 jobs and you are putting 50% into each of them, imagine that you have your business and a side hustle, and then you have your job and a side hustle. So you're earning 1,000, 2,000 from your job, and then you're earning another 2,000 from the side hustle. Now, what if you stop doing one of these, which is probably your job? I mean, if you're in 2 and 2, you can safely quit your job depending on where you live, and then you focus exclusively on your business. Like what you gain is probably more than 4. And this is the power of compound, especially in long endeavors, especially if you are building a company.
23 hours.
23 hours. I'm a night guy. So if you are building a company, the interesting thing of this is like this is like puzzles of a puzzle, right? So one day you have one puzzle and things start kind of working. But another day you put another puzzle of this, another piece of the puzzle, right? And things start working better. And another day you put another piece on this puzzle. And then another piece on this puzzle. And the thing, it just grows so much because the more pieces that you put together into the same vehicle, into the same project, the more compounding effect that project have, because it's easier, because it's converting better, because it's attracting more talent. Otherwise, you stay here. You stay on. I do one thing and then I have to switch and I have to do another thing and I have to switch and I have to do another thing and another thing. And at the end of the day, how much progress did I make? So compare. Just compare. It's ridiculous. Like compare how far you can go when at the end of the day you do this much progress, and at the end of the next day you repeat this much progress. Like in day 2 you have done all of this 1 and 2, but these guys over here in day 2 they are here in all these projects, they are in 40%. Like they are in 40% when you are in 200, and the day number 3 you are in 300. I mean, I'm just going to put numbers because I'm in a phase where I love numbers simply. Like I'm starting to like numbers, and if you want to be successful, you need to know your numbers. That's very important. Day number 3, 40%, and these guys have 300%. Day number 4, 400%, and these guys are in 60%. Day number 4, number 5. Look, number 5, 500%. Number 6, 600%. Boom, beautiful. Now we continue. Day number 5, 80%. Day number 6, 100%. It took this person with 5 projects 6 days to do as much progress than this person in 1 day. And you say like, no, but it's 5 projects, so it's good. You have your eggs in different baskets and stuff like that. Like, guys, seriously? Seriously? This keeps growing on the distance. It's like 600. Like, okay, we continue now. 600. 7. And here we have 120. 8. And here we have 140. 9. And here we have 160. 1,000. And here we have 180. It's like, it's abysmal. Like the gap. I mean, I would love to do this with ChatGPT and an AI and plot all of this, and then you can see like how the gap gets bigger. Because here the gap was 20 to 80. It was 80 points of gap, but here is 820. You see, it's like, can you imagine? Like at some point, someone is going to notice you. And it's going to even compound even more, because then is the moment where opportunities flow and abound to you so much. It's like the abundance of opportunity because you are here. Like how many people get 2,000? And if we go again, again like 2,000, and then we multiply and we calculate, where are you? You see, with all your 5 projects, it's like, so guys, and I'm speaking from experience because I've spent so much of my 20s with more than 5 things, and even last year I was 30 and I had like at least 4 and I was jumping into different projects and stuff. Guys, eliminate. And I don't even need to, just as an example, okay? There is this brand. So this is one, there is this brand, and then there is this brand. And actually, the project that I'm most focused on is this brand, which you cannot see on the screen. So somehow, imagine this, I'm losing an opportunity that the main brand of my project, because I have 1, 2, 3 brands on a screen, and the most important for me is not visible. So this is the impact that it can have in your life, that you're not always focused on one thing. And even the time that I've spent doing this video, which might be like 30 minutes, 20, because I'm talking and then I have to upload it, is time that I'm subtracting from working on this project. And I need to enjoy my life. I needed to put this message out there, because actually this is a message for me at the end of the day. But yeah, I think it's a very important lesson that we don't fully understand. And we are not taught this on the school, because we have like 20 different subjects on school, which I believe it should be much more interesting if we become genius at one thing. Because when you become genius at one thing, actually, learning things is not that difficult. Like learning the basics is not that difficult. So at some point, and in many occasions, it's like if you focus on one project, like if it's a company, for example, you have to learn different things through the way. So I fully believe on learning by doing and learning with a goal, with a project. And it's this thing over here. Like all these pieces of the puzzle, at some point you will arrive to some limitation to build this puzzle, that it will require you to learn a different skill that you didn't have. And it's okay, because this skill now is being added to this puzzle, right? So once you have the skill and it's added here, then it's good, because it's just like supporting the rest of the pieces of the puzzle. And then you go and you learn. And you might learn mathematics, you might learn finances, you might learn physics if you are designing a product, if you are an engineer, I don't know, whatever. But the important thing is that when you have one goal, everything builds on this. And the rest builds much faster. And I'm saying this because I'm in the season of only focusing on this. And still, I'm doing this video, which I hope, guys, you enjoy it. I hope it makes sense for you. And I hope you understand like the importance of elimination and elimination faster, because of how much growth exponentially. And obviously, after 5, it comes 6, and it comes 7, and it comes 8, and it comes 10. So the more projects you have, the more things you divert your resources, the smaller it gets. But just look at these guys. Like from 2 to 1 is double. I'm from 3 to 1 is 3 times, obviously. I'm from 4 to 1 is 4 times. But that's the power. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like this of doing whiteboard videos, let me know. I think it's more valuable than the other stuff that I was putting on Instagram. Guys, much love. Keep on your journey, and all my support. You can do amazing things. Just focus. Love.